Hello millionaires, it's good to see that you're on YouTube and you're watching multiple YouTube videos and trying to learn about the stock market. If you're trying to learn about the stock market, that's the best thing that you're doing and wishing you all the very best for that. Today's video is going to be very simple. I'm going to tell you a story. The story of how I learned about the stock market, and in the last these many years, if I have actually achieved some sort of a success in the stock market, how I actually learned about it so that I could achieve the success. That's what we are going to discuss in today's video. And if you ask me why I am doing this video, it's not necessarily to tell all of you to follow the exact route and the journey that I went through. No, I'm not asking you to do that. I'm telling this to majorly say two things. One is, if you learn about the stock market well, and then you trade after that, it is for sure, it is certain that you can succeed in the stock market. Do not worry about that. I still can people worried about, hey, can I win in the market? Can I actually learn well? A lot of people are still doubtful. Do not worry about such things. If you learn well, if you have the intent, you can definitely win in the stock market. Number two was, it's kind of similar to number one, which is you have to learn in order to win. I'm saying this in a different way because since I've been seeing a lot of beginners in the market and I've talked to thousands of them. So what I can see is only very few people out of all the new people in the world of stock market, only a few have the intent to learn. Only a few are ready to learn. And these few can definitely win in the market. So I'll give you numbers here. So today we are living in a world where even Upstocks or brokerage firms like Upstocks and Grow are running their advertisements during even Indian Premier League. Right. So seeing these advertisements, lot of people come into the world of stock market. But say if 100 people come, out of that only maybe 10 or 20 or even 30 people may be actually ready to learn about the markets. And these people who are ready to learn, if they learn well, they can win in the market. The other people who just want to get rich from the market, I'm not sure about them. Absolutely not sure about them. They might get lucky and they might win. I don't know about that. But these people who are ready to learn, people like you, if you learn well and if you persevere, then you can definitely win in the world of stock markets. That's what I kind of want to establish in the video by kind of telling how I learned about the market, right? So without further ado, let's get into it. The name is Sharik Shamsuddin. Welcome to Market Feed. So I had majorly three sources for learning about the stock market. The first source is where I started my journey. That is the first place where I went in order to learn about the stock market. And I know you know the source because you're also doing the same thing right now, which is, yes, YouTube. So I heard about stock market somewhere from a friend. I could see about it. I heard about it. I'll tell my exact journey, how I got into the market, my journey after that, the kind of mistakes I made. That can be a topic for another day. Today is only about how I learned about the market, right? So I got into the market, as in I heard about the market, and then right away, I came into YouTube and I searched for what is stock market and how can I make money with stock market on YouTube. Probably a lot of you did the same, and that's how I also started learning, right? But what you should understand here is this was back in 2017, 2018 years. And at that point of time, like you see today, there weren't many stock market content creators on YouTube. There weren't a lot of YouTube channels who taught stock markets or who taught about how to trade or strategies and all the basic technicalities there, right? Number of videos were very less. So number of videos and creators were less, and even if you go into such channels, they weren't talking about basics. They were only talking about like stocks and what to buy, what not to buy and all of those things. So a learning experience was not there at all. But still there were some videos here and there. I tried to watch them, tried to learn strategies right away. So again, I'm saying this repeatedly that you're also doing the same. A lot of you are doing the same, which I also did, is without understanding the basic essence of stock market, without understanding what actually this world is, what actually the cash market is, what F&O is, what drives the stock market, you actually jump into your trader's terminal. Yeah, you watch a video where how to open an account in Zerodha, how to use a Zerodha terminal or an Upstox terminal, and how to buy and sell shares, and that's what I did. I just saw videos which talked about how you can make a trade, how you can place a trade, and what are candlesticks, how can you understand candlesticks, and some intraday trading strategies, and how can you do intraday trading. And that's exactly what I did. So this was the earliest stages on YouTube. I learned like this. I thought I was on the right path. I was super excited. I thought I'll become a super rich person real quick soon. And then I did this process, right? I just tried to understand some theory here from videos. I tried to learn some strategies, some technical analysis and indicators, and tried to become the best trader out there. What do you think happened? I kept on losing money, right? Nothing was going proper. And that's when I understood, hey, things are not going well. I should probably change something. And somehow I stumbled upon my second source and my largest source, which changed my life, which is probably, I give a lot of credit to the second source of mine, which is Zerodha Varsity. Yes, I mean, I say this out loud, where Zerodha Varsity is Zerodha's open source free educational learning portal, which I used. I know it's full of text, it's long, it's boring, you have to put in a lot of effort and time. It's really boring. You have to sit down and read it completely, but I did that and it was really beneficial for me. Now I look back, I give a lot of credit to what Zerodha Varsity gave, but when I talk to a lot of newbies in the market today, they find it difficult to read and follow all of Zerodha Varsity. And not talking about that. So a lot of you might already know this. Zerodha Varsity was curated and created by Mr. Karthik Rangappa. So he leads the educational activities initiatives at Zerodha. So in a way, when you call me Ashan, when you call me teacher, I would actually say Zerodha Varsity, or rather Mr. Karthik Rangappa is my Ashan, my teacher. So thank you, Mr. Karthik Rangappa, for that. So definitely, getting into Zerodha Varsity definitely changed my approach to the stock market, or my journey in my learning journey in stock market, mostly because that is where I built my foundation strongly. As I said earlier, when I was on YouTube trying to learn about trading strategies and whatnot, what I was missing was I did not understand or appreciate the world of stock market. I did not understand what exactly was the world of stock market, what is happening there, why things work in the way they work, right? The absolute fundamentals of the world of stock market. That I understood, and I started appreciating that after I started reading Varsity. Now, that is when I started falling in love with the market rather than being in the market for making money. Major catch here. A lot of people who come to the world of stock market for trading, they come here for making money. When a day reaches when you actually start appreciating the world, and when you are in the world of stock market and trading because you love the world, because you appreciate it, that is the day when you'll start succeeding. From that day onwards, you'll do it because you love it, and from that day, magically, you'll probably start becoming successful and start to generate money and profits for yourself, right? So yeah, Zerodha Varsity, I started reading it. I started understanding the whole basics and fundamentals and the foundation of the world of stock market. And from there, when I had doubts or when I had to understand more things, then I went on to Google. Right. So it's funnily enough, it's said everywhere in the world today that Google is the largest or the best teacher out there. So when I was on Zerodha, I was reading a lot of things. When I did not understand some terms here and there, I went on to Google and also YouTube again to understand about those specific terms. So that was the journey. Trying to understand things from Zerodha Varsity, and then using YouTube and Google to help my journey in that, right? So yeah, Zerodha Varsity, absolutely a great source for all of you to learn about the world of stock market. But as I said, it's a lot of text, it takes time, it takes a lot of effort, and it's a bit boring. We'll have to admit that. Anyways, that helped me a lot. And then comes my third source of learning about the stock market and about trading, which is, I know this is going to be very simple, which is practice. Yeah, like Nike says it, just do it. Just do it. So I have personally seen a lot of students of mine who just learn about the stock market from the videos, but they do not actually bring in real money, and they do not take trades enough, and they just try to learn it theoretically. Will never work out. Take it from me, will never work out. So I started trading for myself. I actually started from the first step itself. When I was learning from YouTube, I started trading. And when I started understanding things from Varsity, I tried implementing all of those things, right? So when you start doing it, multiple things start happening. You can do things right. Yeah, when you do things right, you shouldn't be, hey, I did things right. You should be like, when you do things right, you should learn from it. What did you do right? then you might do mistakes. When you do mistakes, you'll definitely lose money. When you lose money, you shouldn't be just sad that you lost money. You should again look into it and try to learn what went wrong so that you can learn from that mistake, right? The third thing is, when you make some wins, when you make some losses, you'll get the confidence to experiment. So I do option selling in a very different way. I hope you know that by now. So when I do that, I have got my own way of doing it, one specific strategy or one specific framework that I follow. How do you think that I found out that framework? Did I just sit like that and I got that invention at one point of time? Never. I did a lot of things. I made some successful trades. I made some mistakes, and after a very long time of trials and errors, success and failures, it took a lot of time, and that's how I reached to my current framework of option selling. It did take me a lot of time. How? By experimenting, by trial and error method, by succeeding multiple times, failing multiple times, losing a lot of money. So you do multiple times and then finally you find out a strategy, something that works for you, right? So when I look back, if I clearly tell about my learning journey in the stock market, I started on YouTube, then Zerodha Varsity helped me. Then again, I came back to YouTube and Google for understanding more. And then I started doing things for myself, right? Experimenting and doing things. And that's how I have reached where I've reached, right? So this is my honest journey in the world of stock market. I hope it was kind of inspirational for you, beneficial for you. You could take away something. When it comes to learning about the market, and when I do a retrospective, I look back into my journey. When I ask me, what can I change here? Or if some things are changed, what would I appreciate? One major answer that I had for myself was, it took me multiple years to learn about the market, right? More than 3 years to reach where I have reached now. And when I look into my students or my community now, I can see that there are people within 3 months, within 6 months reaching the kind of level that I have reached. Within 3-6 months, or worst case within 1 year, they can learn about the market, they can have a basic understanding, and they're generating good enough returns for themselves within few months after learning about the market, where it took me years to learn. So I did not get access to good learning material. I did not have an access to a good mentor, a good coach who talked to me on a regular basis and who managed a community. I never had a community where I could talk about these things. I could meet similar-minded people. I missed these three things, and now that's what I understand, and that's what I want to give it to you, so that your learning journey is accelerated. And that's exactly what I did in my Malayalam YouTube channel. I built a community. I gave out free videos, and now we have a community of more than 7 lakh people there successfully trading in the world of stock market. So that's the exact same thing I'm planning here as well. I'm going to do things for free, where I'm going to start my complete A to Z learning series about stock market for free in English on this YouTube channel. And then I'm going to build a community around that, and I'm going to be here for you to interact with you, to make sure that we build a beautiful community here, right? So yeah, so I know I've been saying that the series will start soon, so we are working on that. So some major announcements are going to happen, so the series will be launched very soon. So please stay tuned and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. So that's one. And also, when it comes to education, when I did this in Malayalam, I understood that there are some things that I missed there. If I would have done some things more, if I would have added another service that could have helped more people to learn in a better way. Now those are the kind of services that you can expect from us in the coming days, right? So yeah, that's it from my side in this video. So I said my learning journey, I said what all I understood from that, and I hope that you understand that and you'll start putting in effort and showing the intent, so that you'll start learning about the market, so that you can win in the market on one day. And I'll be here for you for sure. So that's it from my side in this video. If you like the video, definitely make sure that you hit the like button. Get down into the comment box, and let's have a healthy conversation there, and share the video with as many as traders as possible. So with that being said, this is Mr. Adishaktam signing off. Stay safe, stay invested. Bye-bye.